Welcome to Chicago Drives Podcast, your go-to source for all things related to driving in Chicago. From navigating the city's busy streets to understanding the latest traffic laws. What are your questions? Our amazing guests are some of the best people in the business to answer and keep you ahead of the automotive curve. Am I ready to drive alone? What's that sound? Did I get ripped off? How do I protect this huge investment? We are here to help you become a safe and responsible driver on the road. So buckle up and join us in this journey through the ins and outs of driving in the Windy City. Welcome to Chicago Drives Podcast.
Hi, and welcome to Chicago Drives Podcast. This podcast is going to be one that is going to help you become a safer driver and responsible driver. My name is Naya, your host, and today we're going to talk about a very important topic that is going to help you understand about insurance. And today we have here our friend Frank Valencia. He is the quality control instructor here at Nova. Why don't you just have him introduce himself? Hi Frank, how are you?
Hello, I'm good.
We're over here enjoying this beautiful weather, as you can see.
And the noise.
So, welcome from Chicago. So, let's start with this topic that every parent or every driver should know about: what kind of insurance we should get, what kind of insurance we should have in order to be in compliance with the regulations here in the city. One of the things that I was always wondering, can I have many insurance or can I just need one? So let's talk about the basic one that any driver should have when it's driving here on Chicago.
Well, Chicago has a minimum insurance that's required,
right,
and that is liability.
Okay.
There's two types of liability. There's bodily injury liability that covers the injuries to another person that you have caused.
Okay.
And then there's property damage liability that covers the property that you have damaged on the other person's car.
Okay.
And that's the minimum coverage. So I'm guessing that would be the basic insurance, because there's no really such insurance named basic, but that is the lowest that you can go with what you can have legally.
To be in compliance with
Illinois law.
Perfect. So explain a little bit about liability. Explaining about what it's about liability. It's like, so if I have liability, will that cover my car too, or the car that I just collided with?
No, liability implies that you are liable for the damages that you have incurred and the injuries that you've incurred to others. It will not cover your damages to your car or your personal injuries or your passenger's injuries for that matter.
Okay.
It only covers the injuries that you have done to others.
All right, so whatever happens to the car, you gotta get it out of your pocket for you.
Pretty much. Or you lose your car.
Or depending on what kind of situation you end up,
correct.
right? So there's another insurance that I also want you to explain a little bit about, the motorist.
Uninsured motorist? Yes, that is when somebody hits you that is not insured. Then you have that insurance that covers your car in case somebody else's insurance is not up to par. They may or may not have insurance, or the insurance that they do have may not cover enough. Their policy may not cover enough.
Okay.
So then if your damages are too high, that insurance won't cover. So then uninsured motorist or underinsured motorist would cover those damages.
So will the hit and run be part of that type of insurance or no?
It can be because you weren't able to stop the other car.
Right.
Hopefully with any luck somebody got a license plate number, and then you can follow up and get compensated by their insurance if they have insurance. Again, and if they don't, then the uninsured motorist would cover.
Great. Oh, so many insurance that we have to understand. That's why we're having this podcast for our audience that is looking in this podcast to understand,
Absolutely.
Right? Because It's very important, especially when we have teens.
Oh, yes. And there's more insurance policies that you can have.
So the next one is about collision. Is there like, how can you say this? It's collision the best insurance to get if you have teens?
Well, no. Collision insurance is the one that covers the damages to your own car. That's what collision insurance is.
Okay.
There's not one that's best or worse. That particular insurance
Just
policy
your car, though, not the other ones.
Exactly. It's
so it's
your
the
car.
opposite of the liability insurance.
Exactly. This is what covers your car. It will not cover their car. Liability will cover their car. But no matter what insurance you get, you have to have liability.
Right.
So their car will be, as long as you do have insurance.
Exactly.
Their car will be covered. But if you have liability along with collision, then your car will be covered.
Exactly.
And along with collision, for your injuries and the injuries of your passengers, then you would get something called medical payments. Medical payments is the insurance policy that will cover your injuries and the injuries to your own passengers.
Injury, death, and all of that.
Well, let's hope it's not death, but yeah.
But it will cover though if you do.
That's what it would cover, yeah.
All right. Mm-hmm. And
then there's other insurances, comprehensive.
Comprehensive insurance.
Comprehensive insurance is an insurance that you have in case you damage someone else's property that it's not involving another vehicle.
Okay,
if you crashed into somebody's fence, if you crashed into somebody's mailbox, or if you crashed into somebody's bicycle, then comprehensive will cover. Comprehensive also will cover a storm damage. Nature, tree fell on your car. Comprehensive insurance will cover that. Something that wasn't caused by a collision.
Right.
Yeah.
Very important. So what about the that insurance that will cover you and the one that you're collided with, or the one that you crash into?
Okay, well, we covered all the insurances that would cover both. However, you can get full coverage. When you get full coverage, think of it as an umbrella. Okay. And all these insurance policies are under that umbrella. So when you get full coverage, you're getting all of this.
Perfect.
And with full coverage, there's other policies and other benefits that you get with full coverage, like discounts for several things. You may have a discount for having gone to defensive driving. You may have a discount for a particular insurance company that you went with. You may have a discount for
if you're a good driver that
if you have been a
good
driver for several years and without tickets, then it would generate a discount. And that also depends on the particular insurance company that you go with.
Great.
Yeah.
Is there such a insurance where, let's say, life situations happen and it happens that you go through DUI, something like that? Is there other type of insurance that you can ask for?
There's other insurances that will cover problematic drivers, and it's called an SR22. And after you go through the programs that are required for the SR22, then you have to get that insurance, and you have to continue getting that insurance. I believe it's for 4 years.
Wow.
And continue paying for it for 4 years until you comply with that, and then you can get your normal insurance.
I see. So prices, I believe they vary depending on what agency you go with, right? Because we have so many now.
And you have insurance companies and you have insurance brokers. An insurance company is a company that will cover you. A broker is a company that looks for insurance companies that will cover you. So they're like a middleman,
right,
looking for a company that will cover you. And then you have the regular big ones. I don't want to mention anyone by name.
Of course. They can look for them in their own time.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you so much, Frank. Thank you to all of you that you were watching this podcast. This was topic very important to talk about, insurance. So until next time, please follow us in our YouTube channel as Nova Driving, or in all the social medias. You can find all those type of services that we provide. So see you until next time. My name is Naya, and thank you, Frank, again.
Thank you for having me.